Thank you all so much for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. For this first DIY, I have 2 wreath rings, a 14-inch and an 18-inch. I'm also going to be using some of this fluffy yarn from Walmart, but you can use a lot of different things at Dollar Tree. They have this fluffy towel. They also put out this fabric that you can use, and they do have white yarn. It's just smaller than this yarn. As you can see, I have started to wrap this yarn around one of the wreath rings. I'm just tying a knot, and then I'm going to start wrapping it around. I doubled up the yarn that way I can cover it up pretty quickly. What I'm doing is creating a snowman wreath. The Dollar Tree do have some of the snowman wreath rings. They're just small, and I wanted to do a very large snowman wreath, so that's why I'm going to just combine 2 wreaths together. So what I'm doing is wrapping it around. I'm not adding in any hot glue until I finish adding a section of the yarn, and then I'll just add a little hot glue to the ring and tack it down, and I'll continue with more yarn by just tying a knot like I did in the beginning and wrapping it around until I have the entire wreath ring covered. Today's video is part of this fun collab called Snowman Showdown. This collaboration is hosted by 2 talented channels, and that is Crafts Unleashed by Robin and Craftastic DIYs. I'm going to have both of their channels along with a playlist in the description box below so that you can get so much inspiration on creating some snowmans for the holiday season. So as you can see, I have come to the end, and I'm just going to turn it over and cut off the excess yarn, tack it down with some hot glue, and what I'm going to do is do the same thing to the other wreath ring that I had, and that's going to be like the head of my snowman. So once I get that complete, what I'm going to do is just use some zip ties to connect these together. So I flipped them over on the back, and I'm just going to add about 4 or 5 zip ties. I'm going to add the ones on the end first, and then I'll add some in the middle. I just want to make sure that these 2 wreaths are connected really good together, and then I'll go in and just clip down the zip ties. Now, after I get that complete, I am going to embellish this a little bit, and I have some picks and some ribbon. So I'm going to take this buffalo check ribbon. I was deciding, should I use the buffalo check or the burlap ribbon, but I went with this one. And so I'm just going to tie a knot, and then I'm just going to cut the edges, the bottom of the wreaths, to make sure that they kind of mimic a scarf. And then I am going to tack it down with some hot glue, and then I'm going to pull in some picks. I have this cute pick from Walmart, and I'm just going to pull the pieces apart, and then I'm just going to tack that down right by the ribbon to give it some pretty holiday embellishing. And then I'm going to add a hat that I picked up from the Dollar Tree as well, and I'm going to add that to the top. Now, after I add the hat and this embellishment, that will be it for this wreath, but I am going to light it up. So you don't have to light it up. I was undecided. I didn't know if I wanted to leave it with just the hat, but I went on ahead and added some lights, and you can easily take the lights off. So I'm just finding placement for my hat, and I am going to tack it down with some glue. I first want to show how I have these little LED lights from the Dollar Tree with the battery packs. I already added the batteries, and you could just tuck the battery packs right in the yarn, and then all you have to do is just string these lights around the snowman ring, and that'll be it. And this is cute with the lights on there, but it's also really cute without the lights. So as you can see, I'm just going around it, and I'm tucking the last light in. Simple. That is it. I actually love the size of this, and I think it came out really cute. Now I'm going to go in and tack it down with some hot glue, and I kept that little piece that came off of the hat because I'm actually going to add that to the back, so that can act as a hanger for this wreath as well. You may not need it if you just hang it on a wreath hanger, but I thought I'll just add that for hanging it on the wall are just another option. And I love how this turned out. So for the next DIY, I'm using one of these stockings from the Dollar Tree. I'm removing the tag, and then I'm going to remove that felt scarf. I'm going to remove the little red piece of glittery felt that's in between the hat, and I'm going to take off those berries. I'm going to add the berries and a little greenery back. I'm just going to add it to the other side so the little glittery part won't show. I'm going to replace that scarf and that little red glittery piece with some buffalo check ribbon that I got from Walmart. I've had it for a while. I left a little cardboard insert in there until I finish gluing everything down. So I'm just measuring how much ribbon that I need, and then I will cut it down to size. And how I'm going to attach these two pieces is I'm just going to use some hot glue and add it. And then I'm going to put the bottom of the hat back on there. I am going to be creating a little simple, cute snowman pillow, and I thought this would be perfect for that. I am going to put the bottom of the hat back on, as I mentioned, and the berries, I'm just turning the greenery parts of the little embellishment that was on the hat, because of the glitter part, I didn't want that to show, so I wanted to go with the more matte side. So once I get that done, I'm going to attach the bottom of the hat back just using some hot glue, and then I'll tack down the little green pieces and the berries, and then I'll go in with some scissors and cut this snowman stocking down right where the bottom of the ribbon is. And then after I do that, I'll remove the little cardboard piece. So I'm going to use some hot glue to close the bottom up. And then if you have any old pillow stuffing or some polyfill from the Dollar Tree, that'll be fine. These are actually those little fluffy skirt bottoms from the Dollar Tree. I actually liked it using this because it had that square shape already, and I did use two. So when I inserted one, it was enough, but I pushed it all the way down. So I went in with a second bag, and I just pushed that in there, and it gave me the feel I was going for. So once I got the second bag in there and pushed down, I'm going to just close it up with some hot glue. So right now you just see me stuffing the skirt bottom in there, and then I'll just hold it, add some hot glue, and make sure that everything is nice and sealed. I thought this was a cute way to make a little snowman pillow, but this is one of those DIYs where I wish I would have created two, so I'll go back and create another one. So once I close it up, that is it for this. I thought this was so adorable. I'm going to add this to my chair that's in my bedroom. For this next DIY, I'm going to use one of these large clear bulbs ornaments, and I have this 2-pack of these little metal containers. I'm just going to use the bottom of one, and I'm just going to add this to the ornament. I took the top part off, and I'm just going to add some hot glue around the inside and place my little runaway ornament right on top, leaving the opening facing up. Now, the Dollar Tree do sell some little globes that you can use for this DIY, but they're smaller, and I wanted this to be a larger piece. So what I'm going to do is just give one light coat of this chalk paint, very light coat, because I wanted to kind of see the strokes. I wanted to kind of still be able to see through it. I don't know why I painted the bottom, because you're not going to even see the bottom. I just was painting away. So it's okay, because that's going to be covered up. So I'm just going in and finish painting it. Once I get done, I am going to insert the string lights. Now, these string lights did come from Amazon. but the Dollar Tree have plenty string lights. I just liked it that the battery pack was pretty small. So as you can see, I'm just pushing the strings lights in the inside, and then I'm going to take that small battery pack and just hot glue it right to the side, making sure that the on and off button is visual and that you have the opening part where you can change the battery. Now I'm going to take this sock. I had a pair of Christmas socks from the Dollar Tree. If you haven't seen my sock video for Christmas, I'll have that video linked in the description box below, because I did a few more adorable DIYs using socks from the Dollar Tree. So as you can see, I cut the bottom of the sock and I cut the opening in so I can just push that over, and I wanted it to kind of be roughed up, and I just covered the bottom. I'm taking a rubber band and I'm going around the top to create that little fuzzy ball, and I'm just fixing the rubber band, and that's how I create my little hat. So now I'm going to attach my hat. Now I'm just pulling it so it can rough up a little bit. I wanted to give it like the little raggedy rough edges, and then I'm fixing everything up, and then I'll go in and tack everything down with some hot glue, except for that little side, so that I can pull it up and change the battery when needed. Once I get that complete, this is going to be like a little nightlight, so I'm going to put my little snowman face like he's sleeping. So I'm just going to put two little sleepy eyes, and then I'm going to do the little slanted mouth with the dots, and then I'm going to take a little paint and create the little pointing orange nose, and I'm just using that little paint that I got from the Dollar Tree, and that is it. I absolutely love this little snowman nightlight. It is so adorable. Now for this next DIY, it is so simple, but it's so cute. I have one of these small fishbowl vases from the Dollar Tree, and I have one of those automobile towels out of the auto section of the Dollar Tree, and I'm just folding this up, and I'm going to place it right inside the vase. I wanted to make this vase look like it was snow, and I thought this towel would be perfect. I'm just replacing it how I'm pushing it in the inside, and then what I'm going to do is draw a snowman face on the front of the vase. And this is another easy way if you don't want to paint it and still get that nice look. So I'm just drawing the two eyes, and then I'm going to do the slanted mouth with the dots, and then I'll go in and do the little nose with some more of that orange paint. Once I get that complete, I have some picks that I am going to add in the top of this, and it just made this look so cute. So I'm just finishing up my nose with a little orange paint. And then I thought these picks were so cute when I first seen them in the Dollar Tree. I love the winter look of them, so I was just deciding which picks was I'm going to use. So I decided to use these, and then I blend in these other picks, these white picks that I got from the Dollar Tree as well. I'm just going to add in a few of those, and that is it for this. I think this is so cute. It's so simple, but it's so cute. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did. If so, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel, because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And remember, today's video is part of a collab called Snowman Showdown. So make sure you check the description box below for the host's channel as well as a playlist. And if you're coming over from the playlist, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, my sweet friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.